All right, Goose. So I guess we're back for round three. Who did you bring this time to tell me about?
Janowski, a Fredericton band. They started as a two-piece, and I'm pretty sure they are now a three-piece. They've added a bass player. It used to be just a guitar player and a drummer. It's Keith Hallett's band. A lot of people will recognize Keith's name. He's been on the scene for a long time, I think since he was like 16, 17 years old. You can find videos of him on CBC, and Keith's he's done his rounds here. And as a blues guy, a just very traditional blues that Keith plays, and Janowski is not that at all. But my pick is Janowski, the band.
So why Janowski?
Because I really feel like if I hadn't seen Janowski play, I probably wouldn't still be involved in music. I probably would have just, played on the side and gone on and lived a real life.
Instead of a dirty musician life.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
But luckily I did run into Janowski, or maybe they ruined things.
We don't know yet. So when was that? Like roughly? How long have you known about Janowski?
3, maybe 4 years. It was when I was still living in Fredericton.
Okay.
I moved to St. John from Fredericton 3 or 4 years ago. And the funny thing is I knew Keith. I knew Keith from the local gambling scene in Fredericton. And I had no idea the guy was a musician for a couple of months probably. And then one day we were at a poker table, and this guy sitting across from me says to the table, "Have you ever heard this guy play guitar?" And he's talking about Keith. And after that, you start to find out about him, and that he's been playing music for a long time, and he's a blues guy. You talk to Keith about the blues, and you realize that he's not just in this for show. He knows his stuff, and he will educate you on the blues.
That's awesome.
And it actually really is. He knows his stuff. And so Janowski, though, Keith, I'd been meaning for a while to catch Keith play, and we were playing cards one night at I think a house game, and he mentioned that he would be playing in St. John, and I said, well, I'm spending a lot of time in St. John, so I might come check it out. And then he told me he would be playing with this little band that he put together, and so I asked him what kind of music the band played, and he didn't really know how to answer. I think he said it's sort of like a psychedelic punk blues.
Psychedelic punk blues,
which is actually as close as you can come to describing what they sound like.
Quite honestly, when you first played me some Janowski, I thought psychedelic punk blues. I couldn't figure out any way to bottle them, but if I had to sell them, that's how I would be.
Yeah, and so I went down that weekend, and I saw them play, and I was just blown away. And it made me rethink what you could do locally, because you hear local acts, and there's a lot of great talent around, but I can't think of anybody who's doing something as creative as what they sounded like. And it made me think. It made me want to make music. Seeing Janowski that first time was really a big moment for me, because I was kind of ready to just not take music all that seriously anymore. And then when I saw Janowski and just how creative the sound was, just seeing the live show, it just kind of blew my mind a little bit that this was possible even on a local level, that a band was this creative and had they created their own sound.
Right.
You see the audience just lose their mind a little bit. And from there, I've seen Janowski play probably 6 or 7 times. I've seen Janowski play more than I've ever seen any other band play, I think. And, Janowski they're not just one of my favorite local acts, they're one of my favorite bands, period.
Can you find some Janowski music? Is there any places right now online?
I think they're everywhere online.
Yeah.
I don't think they actually did physical copies of the album that they made. I think there might be some around on tape, actually.
Tape.
It's big on tape.
Wow.
And
Get your cassette players ready, folks.
Yeah, I mean, all Keith Hallett's stuff is on tape too. Actually, I have a couple of Keith's solo CDs here, which are also great. So, yeah, I would recommend anybody watch it. You can find them on YouTube too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome, Goose. Thanks so much. Everybody go check out Janowski. We've got some links in the description and in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in.